Let's put each series from the 2025 playoffs into a tier list. First series is the Cavs versus the Heat. I think this is the easiest F of all time.
F was bored.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about it. It was just an ass whooping. Another forgettable series, Celtics versus Magic. I think this one is definitely better.
I'm giving it at least a D. Paolo played amazing, and I was actually kind of entertained during the series.
It went to 5, but the games were a lot closer. I think D is respectable. Knicks versus Pistons.
Oh, this is an A. This is one of the most entertaining series of the playoffs. It was a nerve-wracking, emotional series where we saw multiple fights break out, all the passion and everything was left on the court.
Unbiased Knicks fans here, yeah, I think it's an A too. If it went to 7, maybe it would be an S, but like every game was really close and competitive. You had the Jalen Brunson game winner.
Also, it was Cade Cunningham's like coming out series. Like
it was great.
He was amazing. Like, the Pistons look worse this year going into
They're
the
Malik Beasley, dude.
They just got Duncan Robinson, though, to replace
wow,
him.
Duncan Robinson.
He basically is Malik Beasley, just white.
Bucks versus Pacers. My heart wants me to put F, but I think this is a D because that last game was that good.
It's an F.
Pacers made an 8-point comeback with like 30 seconds left. All right, you've spoken. I don't mind. I want this in F, so I don't care.
All right, you're welcome.
Let's move on to the West. We have Thunder versus Grizzlies.
No, wait. Let me go with this one first. This one, I am giving a C because of how.
What?
No, not because of the quality of basketball. It was so funny to watch. Like an NBA team get obliterated like that.
That is the dumbest logic in my life. Ja Morant got injured. Like, I don't think it was a good series at all. The comeback in Game 3 was great. I think it's an F. This was a nothing of a series.
All right, yeah, I'll give it an F. But and like how much?
What do you have?
How much I liked
Grizzlies?
watching it was a C. Like I don't know what it was. I just liked watching the Grizzlies get destroyed.
Real quick, guys, before we continue, make sure to both like and subscribe. Would really appreciate it. And let's get back to the video. Rockets versus Warriors.
For this playoffs, I'm giving this an S. It was one of the most entertaining series I've seen in a long time.
I have an A, but an interesting fact is this is the only series to go 7 and have a semi-close Game 7 that wasn't a blowout. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with putting it at S.
Yeah, 7 games, most of the games close.
So far, we've had a lot of A's, S's, and a lot of F's, D's. I think Lakers versus Timberwolves belongs in B, because even though it was a 5-game series, people overwhelmingly had the Lakers winning. So the fact that the Timberwolves dominated them like that was kind of surprising. You kind of convinced me of C, but I mean, the games were very close. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. This was my favorite series of the entire playoffs.
Just watching the Lakers just get
I love watching them lose.
So pretty.
Nuggets Clippers, another great series, and I think this is an A. Would have been an S if Game 7 wasn't a complete blowout. But I think A is a good spot for it. Moving on to the second round, we have the Cavaliers versus the Pacers. Another huge upset, but this series had more blowouts, I felt, and less close games. Also, the injuries, I think, really brings it down.
The Pacers were still an underdog in this series. Yes, the Cavs dealt with a lot of injuries, but it was still an entertaining series to watch.
If they beat them without injuries, I probably would have given it a B, but I think C
If they beat them without injuries, I would have gave them an A or even an S, because that would have been a much more competitive series.
I think a C is fine.
All right, we could settle on a C.
Knicks versus Celtics. The entire season, people were like, no one can beat the Celtics. The Celtics are unbeatable. And then the Knicks did it in 6. I know Tatum went down at the end of Game 4, but we were about to go up 3-1 anyways, so I still think we would have won. I think this is an A-tier series. The only reason it's not S is because the last 2 games were blowouts.
Because of the first few games, I had it at a B and possibly an A, but I brought it down to a C after all the injuries from the Celtics. And I don't know, yeah, it felt great as a Knicks fan watching, the Knicks win, but I felt like it would have been so much better if Jaylen Brown wasn't hurt, if Jason Tatum wasn't hurt, if
Jaylen Brown was...
Yeah, he was reported playing hurt.
Everyone's dealing with injuries. Come on. You want to settle on a B?
I'll settle on a B, but I'm not giving it an A.
We're getting to a big stinker here. Easily the worst series, I think, of the entire playoffs, the most disappointing. T-Wolves versus Warriors. This was supposed to be one of the best series of the entire playoffs.
Curry was hurt.
I know, that's why I think it's an F. It sucked.
It was awful to watch. It was boring. And
I'm not even a Warriors fan. Like, I wanted the Timberwolves to win, but I think it would have been a great series if Curry wasn't injured. Nuggets versus Thunder. Another really good series ruined by a blowout Game 7. A lot of that in these playoffs.
Yeah, I'm giving it an A just for that same reason.
Yeah, the Nuggets really made them sweat. Like, people are going to look back and like, wow, that Nuggets team took them to Game 7. Like, that's crazy. So many great endings. That Aaron Gordon game winner in game 1. Another stinker, Thunder versus Timberwolves. A series I didn't think was going to be close. You thought the Timberwolves were going to win. I kind of think it's
I was hoping.
an F.
I'll give him a D. It was better than the Warriors Timberwolves.
It was only one close game, but if you want to go D, that's fine.
Yeah, it's just I'm not comparing it to the Warriors Timberwolves. That was
Fine.
atrocious.
Knicks versus Pacers. Maybe one of the most iconic conference finals in recent memory. That game 1 still haunts me. I still go back and look at the score. We were up by 8 with 30 seconds left.
It's worse than you're making it sound. Sadly, we lost, but I do have to give this series an S. It was
An S. I
An
have it at a
S.
D.
Why?
Because the last 2 games were blowouts.
I can settle on an A.
Fine, I don't agree with that, but I guess an A is fine. You know, if the Knicks won game 1, there's a good chance Halliburton's Achilles would still be fine, because the Knicks would have won the series. Yeah, think on that. We're trying to help you guys.
What kind of point is that?
I'm just
It's the
saying.
dumbest shit I've ever heard.
The finals was really great until the last 2 games, especially game 7.
My problem is I'm giving it a B, and here's why. I have a reasoning. After Halliburton went down, that final game, Game 7 of the NBA Finals, everybody's glued to their TV. I know so many people, including myself, who fell asleep.
Oh my god.
Game
It
7.
was still a good game after you fell asleep for the first half. This series was better than Lakers Timberwolves. Come on, it's easily an A tier. The games were so good. Watching this elite offense go up against this elite defense. So many close games. That game 1 was
Yeah,
amazing.
I'll give you an A. I'll give you an A. I'm not giving it S. I'd say the only real series that is an S is the Warriors Rockets.
We're gonna be called Warriors fanboys.
That's
Whatever.
fine. Love you, Curry.
No, you're fine. What did you guys think of our list? Let us know in the comments.